Hi, I'm Cecile from Just Another Button Company, and we've come up with an idea for a button applique that we want to share with you, courtesy of the Fat Quarter Shop. This little pillow is something that you'll see in our Button Lovers Club box, the new one, Season 3, Words with Buttons. We created the letter N and covered the applique with buttons. To start, this is a paper cutout of an N. I just wanted to show you the size of the tracing. We're using a pattern, a PDF pattern called Button Blocks. These are just the right size for our little pillows. They also fit well on the charm packs. The fabrics we're using are from Moda, designed by Lella Boutique. It's the Nest fabric line. Okay. So we picked out that we wanted to put our applique on top of this light colored fabric. If we cut a letter from a fabric, we want it to be a little bit of a contrast. We could use this one, but actually something that was a little bit more solid like this would be best. We're going to imitate the look of the more solid fabric with a piece of paper here, just to show you how to arrange the buttons for the button applique. This package of buttons comes right out of the Button Lovers Club box. Peachy Keen. And this is a party mix created especially for the box. You can tell that there's some large buttons and some medium-sized buttons and some small buttons in there. I like to take the large ones out and put them sort of to the back because I want to start with the small and medium. Put a few around randomly to start. You can always move things around later. Some of the buttons are the same on both sides, some are different. I don't want to put them too evenly either. Then I'm going to put some medium-sized ones in the middle. And because I've chosen a fabric that's near to the color of the Peachy Keen buttons, I don't have to cover every inch of it to still get a really nice look. You can tell on this example right here that there's a lot of fabric that shows in between. I still like that. Some people are going to feel drawn to filling in every single space, and that's okay too. I like to put down one layer first. Let's not put two of the exact same button right next to each other. In the Peachy Keen party mix, like this, you will find that there are two different shades of the same color. There's light Peachy Keen and dark Peachy Keen, so try to mix those together as you work. Like that side showing on that one. Okay, so now it doesn't matter if you've overlapped the edge a little bit, it doesn't matter if you've left a little bit of fabric showing at one point or the other. Just until you're happy with the look. Okay, I like that. It's pretty similar to the look of this one. Oops. I think I'm going to turn it around this way because the egg is falling out of the nest. There, that looks a little better. Okay, what's different here though is that I've added an extra layer. Now when you get ready, when you have these all arranged, if you take a photograph of this with your cell phone, then you can take all the buttons off and lay them to the side because you know that's your bottom layer. And then you can come back later and put them back on the fabric. Right now I'm just auditioning the buttons. And you can check out our button sewing video, also shown by Fat Quarter Shop, if you want some help attaching the buttons to your piece. All right, after looking at this one again, I think I'm going to add one little button right there. Okay, now I'm going to make it even more interesting by adding a second layer. And that's where I go for my larger buttons. I think those look best on top. But I can add a couple, just enough to make it interesting. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. To get the same look, I could add one more if I wanted to. So 4 or 5 added in a second layer. So first you would create your applique with the fabric, and then you would audition your buttons and sew down just the first layer. And earlier in a button sewing tutorial, we showed you that the best way to hold them down is with a piece of scotch tape. So you could actually put down the whole first layer and hold them down with this piece of scotch tape, or just do one leg of the end and then go back and sew those on before you add more. But attach all the first layer and then arrange your top layer and sew those on. That's what we call button applique. Thanks for joining us, Just Another Button Company at the Fat Quarter Shop.